Okay, well, this just happened. So we got Bill C-11. For any of you who's not Canadian, this may not really concern you guys, but for Canadians, it does. But even if you're not Canadian, I would say for you guys to just kind of tune in on it because we do need everyone's help from around the world when it comes to this shit because Bill C-11 is basically the CRTC in Canada. And what they do is they regulate content, whether it's on the internet or broadcast television or radio, they regulate it. And, to make sure that it's wholesome for Canadians to view, which is cool and all. And sorry for the construction. We got like some shit going on in the back there. Maybe I should face this way. Hang on one. So basically what's happening right now is the CRTC, the government in Canada, they're regulating how Canadians get pushed content to them, like the viewers. And the reason why they're doing this is because CRTC is all about protecting Canadians and Canadian culture. So they want more Canadians to watch Canadian content, like, people like me, who's a Canadian content creator. My videos will get pushed out to other Canadians, which is all fine and all that. That sounds all wholesome. But the fact is, it's actually limiting us from reaching our other audience. If you take a look at my channel's analytics, you're going to see that most of my content is viewed by Americans, Indians, people from all over the world. But because of this bill, what's going to end up happening is you're going to see that my American audience and my Indian, Japan, whatever, European audiences are going to basically do a complete 180 and it's going to be Canadians only. Maybe not only, but it's going to be mostly Canadians. And for YouTube, if you don't know how YouTube's algorithm works, is basically when YouTube pushes out content, it pushes out content to people who are interested in that particular subject or niche or whatever, right? Whatever you're making videos about. So that's great and all because I get internationally recognized for my content. But the fact that now it's going to be regulated within Canada, so if you're a Canadian citizen or a Canadian content creator, you're just going to be regulated. Now, good thing I'm dual citizen because I'm just going to switch over to my other citizenship, if this really does come into play. Because this is bullshit for content creators. You got all these other Canadian content creators who make a living and paying people who have jobs and who have families as well to be able to provide for them and survive. And now you're telling me the government is going to start playing with these people's lives? That's bullshit. I'm sorry, but that is complete bullshit. And the fact is, I don't think the government really realizes how many people it's going to affect negatively when they say that, this is going to be so wholesome for Canadians. And it's not. It's really not. And it's just them trying to, I don't know. Honestly, this is really turning into something like China. Trying to be socialist and communist at the same time. For myself, I lived in China. I know what it's like for the media to be controlled. Anything that is not Chinese wasn't shown on TV, and that was just a reality of it. And that was fine and all when I lived there, but for a country to really say that, oh, we're a free country, please come and immigrate to our country, but yet you're going to regulate content and what people see on TV, that's starting to sound a little bit more like China. And I'm sorry, fuck. I'm not even living in Canada right now, but that's the thing, right? You have to start to realize what is okay when it comes to a country having double standards. And this is not okay. A country should not have double standards. They shouldn't be saying, oh, well, come to our country, but yet we're going to limit you from what you see. I don't agree with that. And honestly, a lot of people are going to lose jobs if this impacts anything with the content creation side, to limit views from other countries, to limit revenue streams. For the Canadian government, if you're ever watching this, rather than worrying about having Canadian culture being stripped away from Canada or, trying to protect the wholesomeness of Canadian content, maybe you guys should start worrying about not selling out to American companies, because we as Canadians don't even own anything Canadian anymore. The last biggest thing we owned was Hudson Bay Company, and that got sold. What else did they get sold? Whistler. I don't even know if you guys know, but Whistler and Blackcomb, two mountains, they're owned by American companies. We got golf courses in Canada that is owned by Chinese like conglomerates. Like, what do we own as Canadians? Lululemon got bought out by an American investor. So, like, oh god, I can go on forever listing companies and how many companies got sold out by American or Chinese or Korean conglomerates, and we don't own anything. So, yeah. The only thing we may own is lumber. Like, not the lumber company, but the trees that are growing on our land. That's the only thing we own. So it's kind of sad. But otherwise, Canada's a great place to live. Uh, just, yeah, we just have a little bit of our own problems, like every country does. But anyways, if you guys want to help us out, link is in the description down below. Click on that, sign the petition, and hopefully we can reverse this shit and just move on with our lives. Anyways, peace out. Love you guys. Bye.